Hi,
Hi.
we're here. We're here for a schedule reveal.
We're here for the first time. Hello. My cursor shows on the screen, which is cool.
That's your fault.
No, I can just do this. I'm gonna go back a slide. Welcome to the schedule reveal for the event. I'm Lori. I did a good bit of the scheduling. I got help because it was hard. But I'm here to reveal it, which is the fun part of making a schedule for a marathon. I have a bunch of people in here with me today. We'll introduce them as we go throughout the presentation. But the two that are going to be starting with me are Blaze and Sarth. So hello, you two.
Hi.
Hello.
So yeah, let's start off with what I started off with last year, which is some gamer facts. Last year we had 3 days of event runtime, and we got 44 different runs in. This year, with some longer games, some longer setup times, and 5 panels, we also have 50 games, which is more than last year. So, as you might expect from a longer runtime, we're running for 64 hours this year.
My internet connection just died. Hold on.
Blaze.
Get better internet.
Okay, we're back. Never mind.
Gamer facts. Yeah, so we have an extra day of runtime, so about an extra 16 hours compared to last event. We have 6 more runs than last event, as well as 5 panels. So it's very exciting. And then we also have our social media, where we're going to be posting about a bunch of things involving the event, leading up to and during the event. And speaking of the event, we wouldn't have an event if we didn't have a charity. So this fall, that's the season, we're going to be supporting Trans Lifeline. It's a very, very good charity pick. I think, Blaze, you picked this one out. And, like, everybody on the team was just like, yeah, that's really good. So...
yeah, there's just a couple quick things I want to highlight about this. I did a lot of looking around at what charities were being supported by other marathons, and I did not see a lot of marathons that were specifically supporting trans support services. I wanted our charity to be mental health related, so this is kind of like a crisis line specifically for trans individuals, led by and connecting resources, all provided by trans individuals as well. And they're a fantastic organization. I definitely recommend everybody check out their website. They have been wonderful to us. I think we will be hearing from them throughout the weeks to come and throughout the weekend as well. So I am very, very excited about this.
Yeah, and we want to do all we can to support the charity throughout the event, which is a great reminder that although the games list is already done, you're about to see it, volunteer submissions are still open for 11 days, which is about a week and a half. Until October 18th, you can still submit for runner setup volunteering, restreaming volunteering, chat moderation, social media volunteering, and hosting, which is going to be, like, all of these are going to be very important. So...
And I'm gonna add one more thing, which is not listed on there, which is fine. But we are doing prize support this year, so if you would like to donate prizes, you can also donate prizes up until October 18th. We already have some awesome prizes. Oh gosh,
you're not supposed to be here yet.
Sent, what are you doing here? No.
Either way, gaming? Is that what I heard?
We got 4 days of gaming to get through. I'm going to hand it over to you and Sarth to go through this.
All right. Sarth, did you know that the first day of the event, Thursday, has the most runs within a single day of the event?
What? Really?
It has 15 runs, yes.
Let's look at them.
Out of our 15, it has 50 of the runs. Or other way around. Out of our 50, it has 15 of the runs and one of the panels. And opening it up, we have Ricky and Vicky.
Well,
You good there?
I am good. Sorry. No, I don't know much about it, but it's got cute foxes and it's got puzzles.
It does have puzzles. This was a pretty fun. I liked picking this one for the opener because it was very like faster, not really faster paced, but it was definitely interesting to see what was going on the whole time in the run. And I just thought that it would be a good opener to kind of warm people up to a not really weird game, but one that definitely keeps your eyes on the screen for the whole hour. And then also it apparently released on Atari 7800. I don't think the runners are playing on that, but it did do that.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting though to be the blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. Yay. Games list.
Games. Yeah, no, this was made in 2018, by the way, and it got put on PC in the 7800. Kind of reminds me of how Battle Kid got made for the NES in 2009.
Yeah, definitely. There seems to be like a niche market for porting games back to old consoles like that with some a relative graphic style such as these.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, we have Utsuru and Tokigi, who are two really cool runners. Can't wait to see this as the opening. And then we go right into Super Fancy Pants Adventure, featuring a joke that maybe one person in chat will get. This game's really cool. Basically, it's a 2D platformer where your momentum, as long as you're jumping, doesn't really stop. So Newt is going to be like, when Newt jumps down a slope, as long as she keeps jumping, the speed is not going to go away. And with this being a New Game Plus run, she's starting with all the like abilities and like things that you get in the game like already unlocked, which allows for just even more skips. This is a game I know about, so I kind of get to rant about it for a little bit. And something else exciting about it is that it's our first bid war happens during this game, where you can pick what outfit is worn during the run. It wouldn't be a game without pants if there weren't different pants to wear.
I mean, come on, we're all furries. Do we really all wear pants, though?
I mean, one of the outfits is apparently Newt just putting an otter on the character's head.
Well, okay. It takes a whole nother meaning of pants into question.
Yeah. I guess that's not really pants.
No, not really.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on. We have another game. We had an Atari 7800 game just before this. After this game, we have a game made using Pico 8. We have Sprite Guard running Duskchild 100%.
I don't know much about this game either, but anything... I haven't really seen any game in a marathon that was made on Pico 8.
I definitely have before, because I am good friends with somebody who runs Pico 8 games. But this one was really cool, and I think that it kind of is very different from a lot of games I've run, but features a lot of the same things you might see in other speed games. There are skips in this game where you just kind of like walk directly through spikes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's a very short game, and you can already, like, even in 100% in this game that's designed to be very short, there's these really funny-looking, interesting skips to do. And in such a short package, I was really excited. I was just really having fun watching the submission.
This is going to be really cool to see, though.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool to see.
And then after that, Sprite Guard will be running another game where...
Oh, boy.
This one hurt my head when I watched the submission video.
This game. Oh, boy. Let's just say roguelike to another level.
Mm-hmm.
And not your typical, oh, it's a grid-based game. Oh, you move, like, left, right, up, down. No, this game is like a sphere. And
yes.
You move in odd directions than you're normally used to while trying to get through it.
Yeah, as
It
you
is-
can probably see from like just the picture, there are no straight lines to walk in.
You just pick a direction and you walk that way.
Yep. Yeah, it was definitely a very disorienting submission video to watch, but it was also just so like, I was like, my head hurts, but I want to keep looking at it. And it won't hurt too bad. The estimate's only half an hour, and it's a roguelike, so it could go shorter, you know?
Who knows?
You could go fast,
Yeah.
which hopefully Sprite Guard will do a good job, because we're really excited to see it. And then we have game number 5, Super Inefficient Golf, which I touched up a little. Now, alright, Sarth, how do you usually play golf?
Usually with my foot.
Okay, that's one way to do it. Olvind is going to be using landmines.
No, it looks like bomb bombs to me.
Well, you know what? That's just what we call a poor Photoshop job here in the
Oh,
industry.
well, all right then. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's very inefficient. Also very entertaining.
Also golf.
Also
And
golf.
super.
And yeah,
There's not really more to say about that. It's mini golf with mines.
if you couldn't tell after Hyper Rogue, where our game head kind of hurts, and then this game where you're playing golf with landmines, we're kind of getting to a block of somewhat silly games right now, and that's perpetuated with Parappa the Rappa 2, which is one of the weirdest games I've actually sat down and played. It's a very solid, fun game, and as a speed game, it's actually really cool. There are skips like almost all over the place in a rhythm game. Ferretipity is going to be showing us all 8 stages, and will actually offer a bid war for what hat color, which from my understanding are sort of like the difficulties in the game. So you can make
been explained to me.
yeah, you can make the run harder or easier, or you can just make a dog wear the color pink, which I think is ideal. I like the color pink.
Sure.
I mean, if it works, it works. I'm guessing you like yellow.
Yellow's fine. I mean, I'm not biased in any way.
I also hope you like noodles, because they're in this game. You can see on the right, I showed some noodles.
Hey, how'd you get a picture of me?
I just Googled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fishy bossy. Oh boy.
Your reaction there was good. Do you know anything about this game?
Yes.
All right, cool.
If you've been like me and been to GDQ, they have a Bishi Bashi arcade cabinet there, and it's usually 3 buttons and a butt ton of mini games. Usually mashing the buttons as crazy as you can, and that's all Bishi Bashi is. It's like take WarioWare, but usually with a limited amount of buttons. It's a hectic game, and it's a lot of fun to watch.
Does the word hyper mean anything to you? Because that sure is in the category name.
It's really fast.
Oh boy.
It is fast.
I probably should have played that last time I went to GDQ then.
Yeah, it's a if you ever find an arcade cabinet with Bishi Bashi, try to play it.
I will.
It's a lot of fun.
Try. I don't know how well it'll
Let's
go.
try.
Yep. And then after this run, we have a game you might know a little bit about.
I don't know. I have
okay.
no. Oh well. Oh hey, what's with all those cards on the right?
Well, you see, I think they look pretty beautiful, and there's also 10 of them.
Gosh dang it. If you remember my run from last marathon, Magic Wand, this is the same developer's newest game, 10 Beautiful Postcards. And it's a giant maze with a bunch of hand-drawn graphics. And, it's stereotypical, move around top view, moving around to different rooms, trying to find all these postcards, and then, bam, 3D mode with very crappy controls. And it's just, going to see all these different beautiful places that this world has to offer for this guy who lives in a void. That's it.
That's 10
beautiful postcards.
Yeah, no. We were joking earlier before the stream started that there's going to be a lot of things going on screen. Good luck.
Also, I just noticed that picture almost kind of looks like has SpongeBob on it.
It does. It does.
I never noticed that.
It does look like... That's the only thing I'm able to make out. It looks like SpongeBob. And then we have Squidlet, which is really cool. It is... Unlike the other games that have been like styled, I don't think this game actually is on the Game Boy, but you can tell that it was themed to look like a Game Boy game. And Kinda Nerdy Housewife will be running all bosses, which I don't quite know the difference between all bosses and a standard any % run, but more boss equals more fight, and fight good, game.
And also cute characters.
And also Squid %. The description for the Squid % run was going to do a little dance in front of all of the NPCs, which is the best description of a category I've ever seen.
I love it. It's so cute. It's so cute.
It's great. I can't wait for this one. And then we have not Game 10, but our first panel. Scarab will be playing us a little concert of various video game music on the piano. Now, I'm going to be honest. I love the Nintendo Labo piano, but Scarab's not actually... I have to click on the panel. Scarab's not actually going to be using it, unfortunately. But it's still really good. I was sent a video to kind of see what it's going to be like, and all I'm going to say is this is going to be really nice.
Can I jump in on this one for just a second, Lori?
Go for it.
So I just want to mention that one of the things we wanted to try to do differently this time around was we wanted to incorporate some different stuff. Obviously, we're not used to seeing a lot of performances in our speedrun marathons, but I think we're all at the point right now where we're missing cons, we're missing stuff like MagFest, we're missing stuff like some of these other events that we're used to going through, PAX, where a lot of this stuff does get sort of integrated into the programming a little bit more. And so we were able to take one per day of these panel/performance types of presentations or just people showing off their skills and the things that they're passionate about. And I'm just really excited that that gets to be a part of the marathon. And I think that's honestly something we can do every marathon moving forward if we have all of the talented individuals in our community that want to put these things out there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have one a day, and then a day where there's some funny stuff that you're going to be able to see. So putting the panels together was really exciting. And yeah, no, I'm really excited for this first panel of the event on Thursday. And then once that's over, we go right into Need for Speed.
We go from relaxing pianos to
Cars!
high-intensity racing.
Cars! Yeah! Racing. Signature Reel is giving us a showcase, as they call it, where apparently speedruns of the Need for Speed games, or games like this in general, tend to have some repetition in the courses. So using some save files, we're going to be able to see a bunch of Need for Speed without having to see all the repetition. So it's going to be a showcase where something new is happening nearly every second. And
the only downtime is loading times.
I mean, that's a lot of speed games.
It's going to be a lot of speedy cars.
For sure. And then after we have speedy cars, we have a game of the horse.
Oh my god, Lori.
I'd like to make a disclaimer that I'm not doing to be mean to the runner, Or the console even. I actually love the Wii U. I just thought it would be funny. Yeah, we have Scooter Wolf with The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD.
Something that doesn't get seen very often, honestly.
No, and it's really cool. Our first event we ever had last fall. This was the closer, I believe. So we're really happy to have it run again. This time, not the closer, obviously. But
It's in here.
And it has apparently had some new skips in the past year that we're going to be able to see for those that remember the run from last year or maybe have not seen it in a year in general. This is one of the Zelda games that I've not really seen too many runs, so it's definitely one that is still kind of amazing to me. Like, I've seen Wind Waker stuff. Like, we saw Wind Waker over the summer with Pippin, was a great finale to that event. But, like, I've seen so much Wind Waker that I'll be like, yeah, that skip was cool, but I knew what was going to happen. There are still skips in Twilight Princess that just, like, drop my jaw to the floor. Because I just haven't... Yeah, because I just don't know what to expect with this game. This is going to be a great run. And then right after it, we have... Oh, I forgot to mention, we have some bid wars and incentives. We have Link and Epona's name that you can bid for. And then we have the incentive to wear iron boots for the final boss, which apparently messes up the ending cutscene in a very funny way, I was told. And honestly, just if anyone knows anything about Zelda, wearing iron boots during a Ganon fight actually just sounds impressive. Those things do not allow you to move.
No, not at all.
So, some really cool stuff to donate for in that run, and it's a good long run. I think it's the longest run we took. Don't quote.
It is the longest run that we took, yes.
Yes, it's the longest one that we took, so.
By like 3 minutes.
By like 3 minutes, yeah.
And then we have No Straight Roads. I did a little bit of research, and you want to know a fun fact, Sarth?
Sure, lay it on.
This game came out after submissions for this event had already opened. So this game is brand new, and there's already an out of bounds to skip like 2/3 of it.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
So we have Indie Alpaca showing that one off, which is really cool. I'm really excited to see this one live. And apparently that big out of bounds that skips a huge chunk of the game also skips this very popular boss fight against a character named Seiyu, which if you donate enough money for, we'll have Indie Alpaca show that fight off as well during the run.
It is a very impressive boss fight, too.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see.
This game is just like, even just looking at like the cover image, I'm like, whoa. This game is actually just so cool. And the run is, again, you go out of bounds a lot. So
And
if you like that, and guitars, yes. Yeah, no, I am very excited about this run. And then after this, speaking of stunning games, we have one of the most stunning games to come out in the last, come out last decade. Ori and the Blind Forest with White Paws. This game is really pretty. I think everybody in the world has that by now. White Paws is going to be running any percent, which was a really cool submission for me because I've seen this game in many marathons. But every time I see this game in a marathon, I see the category all skills, no out of bounds or teleport anywhere, which are a myriad of glitches you can do in the run. White Paws isn't holding anything back. Just going to go from start to finish as glitchy as possible. It's going to be great.
It's going to be great. And also another one that you probably see a lot too is reverse boss order.
I didn't know there was an order in that game. I
didn't either, but meh.
Or...
I could also be confusing it with something else too. Who knows?
Yeah. So we had someone that was gonna show up to talk about their game that's coming up next. Our very own Shockwave was gonna talk about the run for Time Shift. Shockwave is deafened right now.
We could just poke him.
Yeah.
Poke the bear.
Not a bear.
Time Shift. You know, I personally haven't seen this game at all. I know it exists. I haven't seen it at all.
All right, well, Shockwave is here now.
Okay, good.
Hi, I am here.
Tell us about your video game.
So I had to write like a sales pitch when I submitted this to GDQ. My quick elevator pitch is: would you like a barrel, a blown up car, and oh shoot, what was the other one? Another barrel to become your best friend? If so, play Time Shift. Those things will make you fly, and give you the power of flight. The speedrunning description is every level in that game is broken. Every level has a skip of some kind. Every level has an out of bounds, has a flying mechanic, has something crazy. Like I said, every level. So some levels become as short as like 45 seconds, and they would take you casually like 20 minutes at least at a minimum. And some levels end up still stretching like to 5 minutes, but we still skip them by just, flying. How we fly, watch the marathon, and then you'll figure it out.
You like flying, and this is the game to watch, apparently.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'd say at least half the skips involve flying somehow.
All right, well, any birds in the chat get excited.
And also every other species that has wings.
I guess.
Not just birds.
I know. Can you fly?
No, I can't.
All right, well then we gotta get you hooked up with 2 barrels and a beat up car.
Okay.
Okay. And this run is right before our finale for the day. Coming up, game 15, we are ending off Thursday with Axiom Verge, which is a really, really cool Metroidvania. We have Saber running 100% item, map, and boss completion. So just about everything in the game.
If you want to see pretty much the entire game beat, this is going to be really cool to watch. Metroidvanias are just impressive to watch in general for speedrunning. So just getting everything in a Metroidvania game is impressive.
Absolutely.
Seeing it done really quickly is even more impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I am no stranger to Metroidvania running myself. This is really cool. Out of the games that I've seen and played, even though I haven't played this one, I've seen it, and it looks really cool. And yeah, as I mentioned, that's going to be the end of day 1 for the schedule reveal. So, thanks, Sarth, for talking to me about video games.
You're welcome. Thank you for putting together a PowerPoint of video game.
No problem. Next up is day 2, which we had. Thursday has 15 runs and 1 panel, which is the most amount of games in one day. Friday and Saturday actually tie for the lowest amount of runs in one day, and they both still have 11 runs and 1 panel. So coming in to help me talk about the games we're going to be seeing on Friday, I have Tokigi.
Hello.
Hi.
Wait a minute.
How are you?
What?
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 Tokigi's here.
Oh, hi, Tokigi.
Hi.
Tokigi almost didn't show up.
Complications arose, but yeah.
It's okay. You're here now, and you're ready to talk about video games.
I am.
Have you looked at the schedule?
Sorry, you cut out. What was that?
Blaze, what did you do?
I didn't do anything.
Hello?
Now Lori's gone.
One moment.
I'm back.
Hello.
You can't get rid of me even if you want to.
I'm Shockwave.
Hi, Shockwave. So yeah, let's talk about games. Sorry about that. Let's talk about games. Starting off, Super Mario 3D All-Stars has been notably on the internet for a while right now. So starting off Friday, we have what I think is the best game from the Super Mario 3D All-Stars collection, and that, of course, is Super Mario Galaxy 2.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I love Galaxy 2. It's such a fun run. Um,
I
so
don't
the-
think Galaxy 2's in that. I don't think it's there.
listen. Don't worry about it. Let's just talk about the games, okay?
Okay.
Okay. So Mario Galaxy 2 is my personal favorite between the two Galaxy games, which is a hot take no matter which one you say, really. But in the terms of speedrun, Galaxy 2 is really interesting because the level design is almost a lot more linear than what you see in the first game, yet there are still so many really interesting skips that you can do in every level. And then also because of the kind of system of levels with the world maps, you see so many different levels throughout the run compared to the first game. So I'm really excited to see this one. And you can't have Mario Galaxy 2 at a marathon without also having the perfect run incentive, where you see a very challenging level done completely damageless.
Nice. Also,
Mhm.
you're correct in this one being the best one. It has Yoshi.
It does have Yoshi. And then after that, that's a pretty long game, so it gets us to like almost 2 p.m. And I'd say that is prime time for really weird Genesis games. We have Dynamite Heady with Alex Fly UK, who I talked to Blaze, apparently is very new to speedrunning. And this is a really weird game to start off with, I'd say. It's a very interesting game, for sure.
I have never seen it before. It looks very Genesis, though. Like, incredibly Genesis.
It is as Genesis as it gets. So yeah, that'll be coming up right after our opener, which is Mario Galaxy 2 on Friday, November 13th. 13th. I'm really excited about this one. And then we get Dishonored 2, which is a game that people know about, apparently. I'm not one of those people. And Demonic Robots is going to be showing that off for us in a character bid war. So these two characters you see on the image on screen, their names are Emily and Corvo, I believe.
Yes.
You will get to pick which one is being played as. This is a game I looked up a lot while trying to make this slide because I had no idea what this game was about. I was told this game is like 5 different things. And you can choose how you want it to be. You can be like stealthy, you can fight everything you want. You can make the game as easy as you want, as difficult as you want. I don't know how Demonic Robots is going to go about the obstacles in the game, but I am excited to see how they're going to do it.
High-level Dishonored gameplay is, like, insane. So, I'm sure it's gonna be great.
That only gets me more excited. And then we have Mario Kart. Laika in Space is going to be doing the first of the 2 Mario Kart runs in this event. Star Cup 150cc, no items, feet %. Which
category.
I bet you can imagine what that means. It's really cool to see. Obviously, it's hard to do that for a long amount of time. So there's only 1 cup that's going to be showcased in this run. Unless you donate enough, that is. Then you can get 2, which is even cooler. I'm really excited to see this done live because I can't play this game with my hands. Okay, that's maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but seeing it done in a speedrun setting is always interesting. Because, of course, it's a racing game. You're going to want to go fast. But there's a lot at play when you're not using your hands.
That's gonna be crazy.
It is.
Yeah.
And I did mention we have a what's it called? A second Mario Kart game. We have Mario Kart DS with Mr. Shasta.
Yes.
This game is has a pretty interesting thing in the Mario Kart series, which is a mission mode where there are 63 playable missions that you can unlock or that you can complete, where it's something like, you know, collect all the coins on a course, defeat enemies on a course, finish a lap of a course backwards. So there's a lot of really interesting different gameplay styles you see in the run. And the other very iconic thing about Mario Kart DS to me was the fact that you could draw your own kart emblem on the front of the car. And we're going to have a bid war for what gets drawn.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember that.
We haven't figured out the details of it quite yet, but I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like. I almost wish we could do like an r/place thing, if you remember what that is, where everyone gets the same canvas,
That would
but
be
like can
really
only
cool.
place like 5 pixels and we see what the logo is.
That would be really fun.
It would be. But yeah, I can't wait to see what gets drawn on the cart. And then I believe after this, drum roll, Donkey Kong Jungle Beat. Their drum roll was done on the DK bongos. They're real things. Thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna be running Donkey Kong Jungle Beat, which for those of you who don't know is a 2D platformer for the GameCube that is played entirely on the DK bongos. So you play a platforming game with an instrument, and it's actually faster than playing it with a controller, believe it or not. However, I know what you're thinking. Wow, I want to see that. Not only the gameplay, but I want to see someone slap a plastic bongo set for an hour and a half. Well, if you donate enough money, you can see that. I can offer a controller cam for this run.
You know,
How can you speedrun this? Oh, there are glitches in this game, by the way. There are speed strats in this game. On top of having to beat every level, I have to collect a certain amount of points in each level, and I can also just like go out of bounds.
Huh. I've never actually seen this game. I've only ever seen the bongos.
Yeah, the bongos were
And-
originally made for Donkey Konga, which is a rhythm game.
Okay.
This is not a rhythm game.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right. I'm really curious. now.
Or it's the best kind of rhythm game, one of the two.
Fair.
And then after that, we have Crescentia. I'm going to play this clip. And all I'm going to say is if this clip is even remotely funny to you, this is going to be the best speedrun you've ever seen.
Give me a drink, bartender.
This is the town of no name.
Interesting.
It is. I don't know what system this is for, and I'm too scared to find out. But it has a lot of very notoriously not good cutscenes.
The Amiga CD32.
All
Yes.
right, that's your
Of
indicator
course
of
it is.
quality. Yeah. It has a lot of very notably not great cutscenes, and in the cutscene percent run, you see every single one of them. So yeah, no, if that 15 seconds was funny to you, there's 25 more minutes for you to watch.
That's amazing.
And then we have weird. I don't know. I have even less understanding of what goes on in this game.
That is
I-
a
The
pretty...
only idea I have for this game is to talk about the HUD at the top. There is, well, also the foot monster on screen. Fun fact: I got a screenshot of this game not to talk about the HUD of on the top, but because that foot monster has higher definition art on the cover art of the game, and I thought I would scare someone if I put that on the stream, so I didn't.
I'm scared right now.
Exactly.
Can we have the Mario Kart feet instead?
Can that guy play Mario Kart? I don't know. That's not my decision to make. That'd be an interesting race. A monster from a video game racing a not monster not from a video game in Mario Kart.
Yes.
It's hard to say. Yeah. Also, you can die in this game, and if you want to see every way to die, you can donate.
Ooh.
So yeah. I just like the soccer ball. This is a really weird yet entertaining game. And so I'm very excited to have it run. And actually, I have another special guest with me, if you don't mind, Tokigi.
Okay.
I am going to get my good friend, Simple Flips, in here to tell me something about this next game.
That's for bonus. Dude, there's no way that's for bonus. That's for bonus. It's bonus points. Bonus. That's for bonus. Bonus. That's a bonus over there. Bonus content. Bonus.
That's right, we have bonus games in this event. The first bonus game is we're going to have Freya Spirit running Tetris the Grand Master.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Loved it.
Yeah,
I'm
it's...
bad at it, but I love it.
You might have seen Tetris before. This is like... It's Tetris.
It's Tetris.
Tetris the Grand Master is notable for its points where it gets to zero gravity, where a piece can go from like spawning in at the top of the screen to the very bottom of the screen, and a number of frames you can count on one hand. So it's not easy to play. And it's our first bonus game of the event. You're not gonna wanna miss out on this at all. It's also being run on an actual arcade machine, I believe, which is even cooler.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, so I'm super excited for this one. Yeah. And then after that, we have our second panel, which is Arsenic with a DJ set. I've never been to a convention, actually, but I'm aware that furry DJs are a very big thing. So I'm very happy to have this one.
And Arsenic is someone who has DJ'd at many cons before, so I'm sure he is going to do a fantastic job for us. I believe he also DJs on Twitch already from time to time, so it should be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm. I found that image on the left, and I sent it to Blaze, and I was like, I'm using this, and then Blaze laughed and sent me the GIF on the right, and I was like, I'm using that too.
Good images.
They're both very good. I just want to know why it's a pizza disc.
Why not?
I guess. I wonder.
Don't ask questions. It's just pizza.
I wonder if Arsenic has ever DJ'd pizza.
We should ask.
We should. But then after that, we have another really cool game. If you thought DJing was cool, are these guys DJs? I guess not really. They are Ninja Turtles.
They would totally be DJs now.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. They're the Turtles in time. They also eat pizza, as Focus is yelling at me in chat to talk about. They could DJ pizza. If anyone could DJ pizza, it would be the Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah.
Turtles in Time is a very iconic beat 'em up for the Super Nintendo, and Brass Wolf is going to be running it on hard mode, which is, to say the least, impressive. This game is not easy.
I haven't played it, but I've always been told to.
Yeah, that's me with every game in the world.
Yeah, I've heard very good things about Turtles in Time, like all the time. I've never heard anything bad about it. I just
Mhm.
haven't played it, so
Yeah, absolutely. Me too. And I'm really excited to see it run. I was recently a part of a marathon where we had a Turtles block of like TMNT 1 through 4. Obviously, this one finished it off, and it was a really entertaining block. So like anytime I see a Turtles game submitted to an event, I'm always just like excited. And then we have our ending game, which is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer. The game is screw attacking. It's that excited to be in the event. And it's our ending game for day 2, actually.
what's randomized in it?
Item locations, I'd presume.
Okay.
It's a very long estimate, as you can see. As mentioned, our Twilight Princess was the longest game in the event by only 3 minutes. This is the second longest. Yeah, I wanted to see it because Metroid Prime is a very hot series, and I think seeing it randomized is really cool because I feel like not a lot of people expect 3D games to get randomized.
Yeah, that's the most common.
Especially one like this where the screw attack is like breaks this game wide open. And I don't know if the randomizer entails that there's going to be any glitchless stuff going on, but Savage Wizrobe is going to be showing this one off. Hopefully very, very exciting end to the day. It could be, it's a randomizer, so it could end the day a little bit early, but it also could not end the day a little bit early. Yeah. A few admins of the event have kind of a big randomizer background, so they are very, very exciting to a lot of people that we know. And so we think that this would be a good way to end off the second day.
Yeah, totally.
And then we have Saturday, November 14th, where I'm going to call in.
Hey, that's
you.
my day.
You.
It's me. It's Oasis here. How y'all doing, everyone?
So, yeah. I don't know why I'm acting like I'm scared of you. Oasis is another one of our organizers. So, we have a team of legends, I guess, talking about video games. Would you consider yourself a legend?
Not really. All I did
Okay.
was get the world record in Dino Crisis. No one pays attention to that game.
I mean, that's a game I've heard about from you.
Exactly my point.
Well, let's talk about some games together as friends.
Yes, let's. And let's start with a game that I literally just heard of when I pulled up this schedule. Spark the Electric Jester, which was created in 2017 from a Brazilian studio. Lori, did you know that this game was developed by the creator of Sonic before and after the sequel?
I did not,
the Sonic Chrono Adventure fan games?
I did not, but I do really like After and Before the sequel. I've played both of those. And oh, okay.
Okay, wow. We just got a bunch of gift subs from ourselves.
Yeah! Don't worry about it. So let's talk about Spark. Yeah, it's made, as you just mentioned, from people who have created very well-received Sonic fan games. And it definitely feels like one of those Sonic fan games that you play and you think to yourself, this is as good as a Sega-made Sonic game. Spark is an absolutely beautiful game in terms of design. And
not only does it incorporate elements from Sonic, but you also see things from games like Kirby, Mega Man X. This is just looking like a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
So I really can't wait to see this kick off our Saturday.
Our Saturday, yeah, it's really, really exciting run. And then coming up right after it, if I could be tabbed into Chrome and not Discord, we have Devotion, which...
So, We're
I
heading
guess-
from Brazil all the way over to Taiwan with this one.
Yes,
This
we
is
sure
a first-person horror game, so I hope all of y'all are gonna be up and awake enough to not be scared by this.
If we want to get into more cool places around the world, the runner is our runner Drew Horse is Singaporean, which is really cool to see, but also means that the availability didn't let this run be late at night.
No, I can imagine not.
So, yeah, we have a somewhat early horror game for y'all. I'm really excited about this one, though. And one thing that I was pointed out by other people on the submission committee is that the runner is insanely passionate about this game. So, just like on the runner standpoint alone, this is going to be a run just like built with love. And that's one of the coolest things, I think, to see in a speedrun marathon. When you just see people playing games they love.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely helps. So we have another game coming up, and
Speaking of games
I feel
people
like-
love,
yeah, I feel like I can't possibly do this next game justice. Laurie, do we have anyone in here who might be able to do a better job?
so this is my favorite game of all time. I could talk about it all day if I wanted to. However, we do happen to have the runner with us, and it's our very own organizer, Blaze, running Bug Fables: The Everlasting Sapling. Blaze, do you want to talk about the run while I explode in happiness at the fact that I'm looking at a picture of this game?
I mean, this is the cutest game I've ever played. It is so much fun. I love this run so much, and I'm really excited to be able to show it off for everybody. It's just gorgeous. It's like a Paper Mario platformer RPG, and we're gonna do some incentives with it as well. It'll be a good time. I just hope everybody can make it out. And Lori, we're gonna geek out together for like 3.5
I
hours.
love this
It'll
game.
be so
Yeah,
great.
this game is so good. You can become a gamer. There's a B. You can probably tell both of those things. I'm not joking when I say my favorite game of all time, and I am incredibly excited to have it run glitchless too, so you get to see more content.
So the cool thing though too is there's still broken stuff that gets done in this
Oh, yeah,
game,
there's
even
still
though it's
skips in the
glitchless.
glitchless run.
It's like
There's still skips
they're
in the
not technically glitches because I'm not like clipping through walls, but like they look ridiculous, and you're not supposed to play the game that way.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, everyone's posting the pride bees in the chat. That's just the best approach to it. So thank you
So-
for telling us. Yeah, go ahead.
But one thing I want to ask, the both of you have mentioned becoming a gamer, and I do notice it is an incentive. Please, tell us more about this particular incentive.
There's an achievement in the video game called Gamer that you get for breaking high scores at an arcade. And so Blaze is going to show off both of the arcade games that you can play, and hopefully try and get a high score in them.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one attempt each to become a gamer, so we'll see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But you will only do it if y'all put in the donations for it.
Yeah, just like everything, being a gamer costs money.
I mean,
Kinda like healthcare.
that's just real life. Yeah, exactly. So, following up after that, we're going to have another panel. If anyone is interested in stuff like level design or workshopping, then this panel is definitely going to be for you, because we're going to have Frozen Flygon showing everyone how to design levels in Celeste.
Mm-hmm. I am actually... So the screenshot on the right is actually from a map called Quickie Mountain, which was made by Frozen Flygon and her fiance, who have both been in chat this whole time. As you can maybe guess by the name, Quickie Mountain is a kind of love letter tribute to the Super Mario World Kaizo hack Quickie World. And I am, on top of loving that map, I'm currently a tester on the in-beta Quickie Mountain 2. So these two, I'm aware, have made amazing levels, and I'm really excited to see them tell us on stream all about the kind of design process and what goes into creating the levels that they do. So...
All right. So after that, we are going to enter a Sonic block, pretty much. Starting off with Sonic Adventure DX, which is going to be run by Ninputs. It's your run-of-the-mill Sonic game where you go very
actually
fast.
have quite a bit to say about this one. I'm really excited about this one. I have done several marathons in the past year or so where we've taken all stories for this game, and then there's a frog. Give me a sec. Okay. Please? Yes! Alright, cool. We got the frog. The frog's out of the way. Now I can go back to talking about the game. Yeah. I've done several marathons in the past year where I was on the games committee and we got to take Sonic Adventure, all stories. But then because of scheduling conflicts or something else, we had to get rid of all stories and either drop the run entirely or make it just Sonic story. So I'm really excited to finally have a marathon that I'm a part of that has an all stories run. And Ninputs is a really, really good runner of this game. So it's honestly just it's one I'm just pumped that we got into the schedule.
Schedule that you helped make.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. I made this. And then coming up after that, we have I mentioned that Ninputs is a really good Sonic runner. So if you want a Sonic run, well, it's the Daily Double. Saturday's bonus game is going to be Sonic R100%. This game is so cool.
I admittedly never had a Sega console growing up when I was a child, so I basically know pretty much almost nothing about Sega titles. So if you know anything more than I do, which is probably a lot, go ahead, Tom.
I could chime in.
Okay.
really quick.
Okay, hello,
Sorry to
Focus.
spoil things. Hi, I'm Focus. I'm not
You're
supposed to be
not
here now, but
supposed to be
Sonic R
here
is a
yet.
wonderful speed game, and Nim is absolutely amazing at 100%. Note that it doesn't say no out of bounds. You're basically going to clip through a bunch of things to get a bunch of stuff early, and then go around a small little pole and say, yep, I finished the stage. It's all good. That's basically Sonic R 100%. If you like out of bounds clipping, if you like routing, if you like the best music from the 90s, you're going to love Sonic R.
I know what the R stands for.
Really fast. And then the next game in the Sonic block that we have is Sonic 3 and this one is really the most popular that I've noticed of the Genesis Sonic games. And we have Tails New Game Plus, which are two things I feel like I do not see enough in this game. Are Tails and New Game Plus runs.
Poor Tails always plays second fiddle with Sonic, so it's really about time that he got his time to shine.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Tails can fly all over the place, and New Game Plus implies that the file is going to be played with the Hyper Emeralds already unlocked, so you're going to be seeing a lot of, or I think it's a Super Emerald, so you can see a lot of Hyper Tails, which is very fast invincible mode. So we're gonna go from going fast to going faster with literally nothing to stop us. So yeah, I'm really excited to have this one because again, Tails does not get as much screen time in Sonic runs that I feel Tails deserves. So seeing Tails is really nice.
So, to the next game, which has a title which I'm probably going to butcher very badly. Kokoron?
That's how I pronounce it.
Okay, well, I'm rolling with it. So, this was a game that was released for the Famicom in '91. They did make a PC version, but it was never released. It's a side-scrolling action game, and those are always fun.
Mm-hmm. This game is really cool. From what I saw of the video, the character looks like this tiny dragon, and it's adorable. And you can fly around.
You're gonna get a lot of people on the hook with that.
Yeah, and it's a very difficult game. And Terrific Tracy is going to speed us through this game And I'm really excited to see that done because, again, it's just a really short and sweet game. And speaking of 8-bit games that involve flying characters that the terrific Tracy is going to help us speed through, after Kokoron is Kirby's Adventure, which I'm really excited about. I am a runner of this game's remake, Nightmare in Dreamland, but Kirby's Adventure might be my favorite Kirby game just in terms of the very wacky physics that exist in this game.
I mean, you can't have a speedrunning event without having a Kirby game to be featured in that event. So
I agree with that. Kirby is one of my favorite game series, and so unfortunately this is the only Kirby game we have, but it is a really great one. And Tracy's going to help us through this game, and no major glitches. You still get to see some really funny looking stuff.
sometimes it's not about quantity, it's all about the quality.
For sure.
All right, well, after we take our trip into Kirby, we are going to be headed to Sarasaland, and I'm probably sure I butchered that too. That's right, ladies, gentlemen, and NB friends. We are going to be taking a trip through Super Mario Land.
Yeah, Super Mario Land is actually awesome. I like this game. Am I allowed to say this? I like Mario Land more than any of the Super Mario Bros. Games released on the NES, personally.
Gasp.
Scandalous.
So yeah, this game is really cool. It's very short and sweet. You get to see a lot of levels where there are damage boosts and enemies just kind of all over the place. This game gets very difficult in the later levels, but you have a bouncy ball, I guess.
Hey, bouncy balls are fun.
They are fun. Yeah, and then this being a Game Boy game, there are a lot of ways to play this on uncapturable software, and a lot of those software involve funny-looking color palettes that you can switch. So we have a bid wars for some of the game colors that you'll be able to see during the run. So
that will be a common theme with the next run as well.
Oh yeah, do you like Game Boy color palettes? Well, we have another Game Boy game. We have Final Fantasy Legend 2 with Leggy Starscream. Apparently there are glitches in this game, and there are also apparently hard resets in this game, but you won't be seeing either of those. You're gonna just be seeing the pure RPG experience, no glitches. I'm assuming hard resets has something to do with like luck manipulation, but you're not gonna see them. You're just gonna see a classic Game Boy RPG with not only the ability to vote for a color palette, but also the ability to name 4 different characters that appear in the run. So
yeah, I really can't wait to see the flip-flopping results between good and bad taste.
Oh,
As
yeah.
someone who enjoyed the good taste Jerkbird bid war during RPG Limit Break a few years ago, this is going to be a lot of fun to watch, I feel like. Just for that bid war alone.
Yeah, I've seen this in marathons before. So basically what'll happen is the color palette will switch, and then if you don't like it, you can donate to either Torture the Runner or Save the Runner, depending on if it is a good taste or a bad taste palette. And it's just extremely entertaining. This run is so good, and Leggy is a fantastic runner of this game, so I'm really, really excited that we got to feature this.
Thank you for that. I really like RPG runs, but I'm very not in terms of Final Fantasy specifically. So I'm excited for this. And then we have one more game.
Yep, and this is a game that I definitely know from the back of my hand from playing it a lot as a kid. So y'all will remember, those of you who actually watched the summer showcase, we had featured Final Fantasy III Remake. Well, this time around, we are going to feature Resident Evil 2.
You meant Resident Evil
Classic.
3. You meant Resident Evil 3 Remake.
That's what I said.
You said
You
Final
said Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
3
III.
remake.
Did I?
You
Oh,
did.
my God. What?
Yeah, so the past 2 events we've done, we actually had Resi 2 make and Resi 3 make. So now
So
we
it's
have.
only it's
Yeah.
only fair to give y'all Resident Evil 2 Classic.
I love the
Um,
classic
well-
Resident Evil speedruns. I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this one, there will not be a bid war for the scenario. It is completely Leon A. It is any percent. So, I honestly don't know what a 100% run would entail. Maybe all items.
I don't know.
I've never really paid attention to what the 100% criteria is. Just beating the game.
All I know is that the runner submitted any percent as the category name, and I think somebody that speedruns the game knows more about the game than someone like me who's never played it before. So I'm just gonna say, okay, yeah, that's your category.
Yep, and well, that will do it for this
Saturday.
day 3 of fun stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and shut my mouth for once.
Yeah, and then we get Focus Sight. Hello.
Oh no. Oh boy. I haven't seen anyone stand Bug Fables. Like, you basically are the same thing as Luna fans. Like, Lori, you and Blaze. I haven't seen anyone stand anything so hard since then. Like,
Oh,
hard to
Play
believe.
the
that
game,
Orbits
then
are
we'll
all-
talk.
play the game, play the game,
Okay,
play the game.
this is
play the-
exactly like most orbits. Okay, so cool. This is
Okay.
cool.
So yeah, as one of our panels, it's not gonna have like a set scheduled time, but throughout setup times and setup blocks during the run or in between runs during the final day of the event, we're gonna have Beaveresque doing speed draws of Pokemon fusions, which was a panel that was submitted, and I'm really excited. Obviously, art has an insanely big place in this community, so I'm really glad we get to do something art related during the event.
Yeah, it's gonna be really cool to see because genuinely we don't get to see much of the artist communities, especially Pokemon artists, which I think are some of the coolest ones out there. One of the
Oh,
best parts of the
absolutely.
Pokemon community.
I just
And-
remembered an image I was gonna put that is an image of a Pokemon fusion,
and you didn't.
but I didn't because I put Drake clapping.
I mean, could we have Drake fused with Machoke for this? Is that something I can ask for? Is Drake a Pokemon?
I don't
I mean,
know.
technically Drake's a term for dragon, so I'm pretty sure that Drake would probably be Ice type, just to ruin the entire point.
Seems legit to me.
Yeah, Flygon, can you go into the Discord and post the fusion that I was thinking about in chat? Because you seem to already know which I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I should also mention if you guys aren't ready yet, we're gonna be Lori and I are basically gonna be the same energy as Day 4. We're gonna be chaotic. We're gonna constantly go off of each other. It's gonna be something. I'm sorry.
You might
for all
hear
of
me
this.
punch something.
Yeah, me.
Focus did that earlier, and now Focus is Knuckles led apparently.
Yeah, they're healed. Don't worry.
Good.
But we're sure gonna have a great day for Day 4. We have a
Yes.
lot on this is possibly our best day, and there's already been the past 3.
Every day's the best day. There's no not best day.
Yes.
So we're starting it off with backyard skateboarding, featuring pros as kids, which
If you ever wanted to have, the most professional type of sporting event, then here you go. I know this game for its terrible voice lines. That's gonna be a
they
theme
are
for
very
today.
funny, not great voice lines. The category is literally called sports.
Sports.
Sports!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Let's go sports.
Sports!
It's definitely a video game, and it's sponsored by Andy McDonald, who hopefully won't sue us for this.
I mean, I ran it I didn't run it, but I had somebody else do it on a marathon
Pirate it. Did
last. No. It was a different person ran the game at a marathon I was a part of last month. You were a part of it too.
Yes.
Point is, that marathon didn't get copyrighted, which means we're totally fine.
Yeah, we're totally good. Atari won't sue us, but it's basically a good, funny way to start the day, which is always what you need. We either get a horror game, which was banned in mainland China, or this.
I mean, we still have a horror game that's
We
banned
do.
in China.
We do, but still, this is the best way to start a Sunday.
We
Going
also
on
have
with-
the original Legend of Zelda.
It's the Legend of Zelda, and it's really
Pretty
rad.
rad.
Those creatures from Ganon are pretty bad. Octoroks, Tektites, and what's
Levers
the-
too.
Levers? I hear levers.
But with your
I'm
help,
like,
our hero pulls
it's
through.
So
Right.
Zelda 1 is
Well, more
actually a really
specifically
cool
with the
speed
help.
game.
Yeah.
So the reason why Brash Volkswagen, who is running here, is doing no up plus A is that basically resets you to the starting screen every time, and it's
Mhm.
used to basically set up things better, or like it's used to essentially warp to that
Yeah.
sort of the same way you would have a hard reset in RPGs. It doesn't have that, which means you get to basically stay on the map the entire time. Doesn't mean you're staying on the map though, because there is a lot of screen warping in Zelda 1, and it is fantastic if you haven't seen it. Zelda 1 is full of broken stuff. It is a big world with a lot to glitch, and I think it's going to be a really good way to start this little smaller Zelda block we have.
And then we get into, yeah, as you mentioned, a small Zelda block. We have one of my favorite. I was drinking water. We have one of my personal favorite pieces of Zelda media, and that is we have one of the Oracle games. We have a bid war for the file name. We also have The Legend of Zelda: Oracle of Ages randomized.
So yeah, Fox is really skilled with the Oracle games, and I know Fox does a lot of stuff with randomizer. I believe they
And
do
Zelda.
a weekly race of this, essentially, which is going to be crazy to see as one of our other longer titles. The Oracle games, highly underrated. Developed by Capcom in the sort of a partner game with Oracle of Seasons. If I recall, Ages is the one that's more puzzle orientated.
I know that. I think Seasons was. It's definitely more puzzle oriented. I think. I can't make that decision with.
I haven't. I want to say. Admittedly, I want to play through these games myself because they're like one of the only major Zelda games I haven't played. But I know the Oracle games are super underrated.
I
They're
know
on
that
the same
Seasons
engine.
is the one that borrows a lot from Zelda 1 and is kind of meant to be a lot like 1.
So instead, let's go with Ages.
Yeah,
No
so
transition point.
Ages is a lot more of like a kind of different experience. And it's also randomized.
Yeah, I've seen the randomizers for this. Boy, it's really fortunate to go through the entirety of a dungeon and then get 10 rupees.
Yeah.
It's a really cool randomizer. Fox is going to be super entertaining throughout all of it.
And then I just saw somebody say in chat, what is Oscillating Ocelots doing here? Well, the answer to that question is that they're going to be, after you bid war for Link's name again, and I forget about it again, is that
Yeah, we have
Oscillating,
names for Link.
Oscillating Ocelots is going to be running Minecraft any % random seed glitchless on version 1.16.
Yeah, so this is one of the more recent seeds, if I recall.
This is
Or
currently
one
the
of
most recent version. The Caves and Cliffs update was very recently announced.
Yeah, but we aren't going to get that in time. Yeah, we're going to
we're not
going to
get
come
that
over to
in
us
time,
and say,
most
please,
likely.
for our speedrunning marathon, make Ocelot do something completely different and unaware of everything in the game, please.
So yeah, 1.16 is notable for its big changes to the Nether, as you can probably see in this header for the update. So it kind of changes the run.
I've been like this the entire time. You haven't heard me on mic, but all the small little details that Lori adds to the PowerPoints.
Oh yeah, I added the Smash Ball. Yeah, no, I definitely am excited for this one though, because the change in like the Nether actually makes the Nether really good for speedrunning, because you have a place where Enderman can spawn all hours of the day. But then you also have the piglins, which introduce like more luck than I think is available in any other like version of the game to date. So it's definitely going to be a run where we're going to be praying and we're going to be cheering and we're hopefully not going to be sad.
I hope not. I hope not, because I think there are other things that might make us sad with the story for, you know, the next game maybe.
What's the next game? Celeste.
Yes, Celeste.
One
Classic,
of-
fast platformer that is difficult as all hell. And we're having a lockout bingo specifically, which is
Yes.
going to be super cool. I specifically advocated for this because Celeste is already a hard enough game as is. Do you want to find the dumbest challenges possible and make both runners try to get all of them done? Now you got it.
Yeah, lockout is a bingo variant where once one person gets a bingo goal, the other person cannot collect it. And the goal is not to, you know, make a line or anything like that. It's just to be the first to 13 objectives so that one person can have more objectives than the other. So it's a bingo game full of betrayal and tears as you can desperately fight for an objective only to have it stolen away and all your progress to it means nothing.
Yeah, that's essentially just how school goes nowadays, but whatever.
That's fair. Jerky and Xignaros are two really good bingo players, so we're really happy to have this run.
But this isn't the only Celeste one we could have.
Oh, yeah.
Though.
On top of, you can donate for the file names and language choices for this run, for the runners. And then, you want to see some cool Celeste gameplay? You just did. Want to see it again? Our bonus game is once again Celeste, except instead of a bingo race, it is a farewell race between Frozen, Flygon, and Scarab. Farewell is the DLC chapter that released a little bit over a year ago for the game, and it is very difficult. And also very just beautiful. If just the image didn't tell you that you were getting into something interesting. It is a very pretty, very difficult chapter with a lot of really interesting strategies throughout the whole thing. And these two are going to be racing through it, which is going to be so much fun to see. Because with a game like Celeste, you see lead changes in races like almost all the time.
Yeah, I honestly, we were debating the entire time. We're just like, there are two good Celeste submissions. What are we going to do with two good Celeste submissions?
Yeah,
and
this
so
is
we
the
just
first
decided to
marathon.
take them both.
This is the first marathon where we're doing bonus games. The reason why is because we were like, we want to take these both. So I asked Blaze, hey, would it be a good idea to do bonus games this event? And Blaze was like, yeah. And I was like, there we go. We solved the issue.
Yep, there we go. Yep, that is basically how you double your Celeste output in any given way, shape, or form. Speaking of beautiful, but also kind of weird and funky looking, I think we're going to have quite a lot of that with the next panel, the final panel of the day, or technically there's a continuous panel. This is a specific panel. Theremins!
Theremin! I didn't know that a theremin
You never
looked
liked
like
being on the moon, Lori?
I've never been
Have you
there.
ever been on the moon?
I've heard it's cold there, so I haven't really
I mean,
set
you're
out
a
my
rabbit, you'll be
sight.
fine, so don't worry
Yeah,
about
I know,
it.
but I don't know. I'm still not great with the
It's
cold.
pretty
so
cool because this is an instrument that was literally taken to the moon and then played Russian folk music, if I recall correctly. But instead of Russian folk music, you can go right ahead and we can play a bunch of stuff on the theremin for 45 minutes, which will be the absolute best experience you'll ever see. Because the theremin is essentially played via magic. For those of you who don't know how the theremin, you basically sort of hold. It's really difficult to play, but essentially, if I remember correctly, it's done because of some sort of conduction. But essentially, if you place your hands in certain spots and hold on to one of the metal poles, you can then change the pitch, which is very difficult to control. And it is impressive to see done, and it makes essentially the sound of space and/or spook.
Yeah, it's really, really. I didn't know.
I feel the need to jump in and specify that Voltalion will be playing mostly video game music.
Yes,
Yeah,
but
I
still,
wasn't-
it's video game music on the moon, Blaze. Like, that's important to mention. They will be coming live from us, from the moon, because that's how theremins work.
Yeah, that's sure.
You know,
I
it will be
just-
mainly video game music, much like the piano piece we had earlier, so it's a nice little compliment we get between the 2 days.
Yeah, it absolutely is. And then after the theremin performance, we have Pokemon Puzzle League, which is
It's
really...
basically paneled upon Pokemon.
It is paneled Demon.
No, I don't think that. I don't accept that, Lori. So Pokemon Puzzle League. It's very similar to a lot of the games in the Panel Upon series, except it's on the N64. You want it in 64 bits. That's what we need on this console. Pokemon puzzle games. But seriously, it's a really, I mean, the aesthetic of it is Pokemon. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah,
And it's
you
as a
get to
puzzle
hear
game, it's-
Pokemon sounds every time you make a combo. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, that's how all my puzzle game goes. I wish we could make Tetris the Grandmaster that, but we can't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, without a hardware mod.
And you can donate for what Pokemon sounds you want to hear for the next 40 minutes of your life.
Yeah, if you really want. Of all those choices, personally, I'm a Squirtle man, but I mean, there's a lot of choice. Pokemon is Pokemon.
Charmander is gone.
Yeah,
It's unfortunate.
it's okay though.
This is unacceptable.
Charmander is literally not in the box, So
Yeah.
it can't exist. But yeah, so I mean, FFR Pro is really good at a lot of puzzle games, and specifically the Panel de Pon series, so it's gonna be a really interesting one to watch. Any puzzle game at this high level, honestly, is super, super fun to watch speedrun-wise. It's because it's just like, oh, it's a puzzle game, it's so simple, how could it be complex? And then you're just like, oh, I can't keep up with what's happening. This is really impressive.
Mm-hmm. And then, yeah, so that's game 44. So we're getting really close to the end. But as we all know, after 44 comes...
46. We did it.
We did it.
I actually didn't know that was the joke.
We speedran so hard, we skipped a game? No, okay, this can't be right.
I didn't even know that was the joke. I
can't-
completely
I can't-
guessed.
Focus, we need to be... I think I might know what's wrong. I
What's
think we
wrong?
might be in the wrong slideshow.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna put this
Yeah,
here.
I think we may have messed up.
I think, is that a good position?
Yeah, that
Um,
looks pretty decent.
Alright, maybe over there.
Yeah.
And then once
they're
we
different
go-
bit rates though. That's kind of weird.
Yeah, but it's okay, because once we go through, we'll see that the 54th...
45th game. Come on.
Portal!
Technically, if you look hard enough through a bunch of different portals, you will get 54.
I guess, yeah. So inbounds, no SLA.
Yeah. So this was a run we had to have in. Honestly, I love Portal speedruns. The Portal franchise is very well known for jumping, puzzle, broken. Like those are like the three main features you always see in a Portal game, and we're gonna see that with Leah Deer here. They are amazing. They've been doing a lot of stuff recently with this game, and so it's gonna be really interesting to see how they go for the marathon. I am very hyped for this. I really if you've never watched a Portal speedrun, bookmark this time, 7:29 p.m. EST, Saturday, November 15th, Sunday. November 15th, watch this run. Please, you will be doing yourself a favor.
Would you mind explaining for the folks at home what SLA means?
Save load abuse. Basically, there are skips in Portal games where you make a save and then like keep spamming the load save button to skip stuff. That's out of there. So you're gonna see all the runs done, or all the. You're not gonna see them.
You're
done
gonna see
normally.
all the runs done. Yeah.
You're not gonna see all the chambers done normally. You're definitely gonna see
Remember-
some funny stuff.
Remember when I said this was the chaotic part of the reveal? Yeah, we've hit that. We've gotten there. Good.
It's the 54th part of the reveal.
It is the 54th part. Is the chaos and the nightmares. Anyways, we do have quite a fun one coming up next as well.
Yes, we do.
And I'm just gonna give this right away to Blaze because I don't know this game very
I
well.
know this game too. So at last summer showcase, we had our friend Pete run the sacrifice ending, and then the next day after the marathon, Blaze and I blind raced this game on the Fastest First channel. We talked a lot at the time about the perfect ending and how it's the best ending you can get in the game, and how it requires nearly 100%ing the game. Blaze and I weren't able to get this ending, but D2 Kemps will be able to get this ending on a random seed. This game is procedurally generated. So it's a game that's been shown twice on the stream in like the past couple months, but it's going to be very different from any showcase that we've done of this game before, and that's not just because it's procedurally generated.
Yeah, I legitimately I've seen a lot of marathons include Letters Inception, but because I've wanted to play it and also wanted to see it myself, I haven't watched it myself. Whoops. So yeah.
Yeah. It is very exciting. Perfect Ending gets really weird too. So if you want to see some funny stuff, this is a very interesting run. And then we're going to get into a game that Focus has never heard of before.
No, I have not. No.
Yeah. Oh, also
There
this
are
game
a lot
has,
of bid wars.
This game
Sorry.
has like 7 bid wars.
Psych.
6 bid wars. I forgot about that. I was like, I don't want to include that many. And then Blaze was like,
Include
what
all
if
of them.
we included every one of them?
Do
and
them
I was
now.
like, okay.
Do the bid war.
I believe my exact words
the
were,
money.
Lori, what do you have against people donating money to charity?
You did not say
please,
that.
that is the most harsh thing I've ever heard.
I don't remember you saying that, but I'm gonna look for you saying.
It's 80 minutes there are 6 bid wars. Just
Yeah,
like to
you
mention
get
that.
You get to save people.
Lena's Inception
kill
has an amazing community. I'm not worried about any of those bid wars going
Oh, absolutely.
unbidded on.
Unbidded, yeah. for
Whatever
sure.
whatever the term is.
I run this game myself. The community is great. And then yeah,
Yeah, this game I have never heard of. Yeah, that one.
the game that Focus knows nothing about.
No, I don't know anything about this.
What is this game? Do you
I don't
want to
even
try
know.
and tell us what you think this game is about?
Yeah, it looks
Okay.
like there's a Bluebell ice cream boy.
Okay, can you actually
redhead-
tell us about the game?
Oh, okay, yeah, I will. So this is Mega Man X7, everyone. Any percent new game. So X7 is one of the undershown Mega Man X games because it's considered bad, but it's much like all the other Mega Man X games in that it's a pretty great speed game. I'm running the Legacy Collection version in Japanese, which unfortunately means we don't get burned to the ground, but we do get other suitable things like, oh god, the Japanese voice. If you think the Japanese voice acting isn't going to be bad, it's pretty bad as well. Sangoku Kiku! I love that one. For, what's it? There's a
Sounds
bunch
pretty
of metal
Japanese.
furries. That's what I like to call the X series. Basically, you destroy all the futuristic robot furries because, I don't know. It's pretty
They're
cool. I
evil.
love all the designs in the X series. But X7 really, New Game specifically, relies upon pretty strong routing, some pretty intensive movement patterns, and and a bunch of like boss, what's it called? Like combat patterns. So trying to be able to figure out, okay, what weapons can I use and how many times can I use them? If I pick up certain items along the way, I can improve my weapon gauge, but then I get stopped by a menu, and so trying to route that out is really interesting. Not to mention, it's X7, so you get the funny bad voice acting. It's a really fun game to run through, though, and it's just a blast overall, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a really good game that I'm happy we actually got to put closer to the end.
Yeah,
'Cause
you
it's
love
definitely
X7.
one that
You love X7. You're like one of the only people I've seen on a thing go like, X7, I want that.
Yeah, I've never played it. I think that's what it is.
Around and around. I love okay. I mean, I might make it. We don't have this as an official incentive, but if we manage to break a certain goal by this,
You
time
might
in
play on
Marathon, I
English?
might play on English.
Ooh, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Donate.
It does mean though we lose 2 minutes to that, which is why I wanted to play in Japanese. But
Two
if
minutes
we
is
hit
2 minutes.
a big goal, if we hit like 5 digits,
Before
might
this
stick
run,
with
I
English.
think that'll happen. I think it'll happen. And then coming up, as our last
3.
3 games.
That's
Um,
47. 47 is 50 minus 3. Yes, I can verify.
Yes, I know. We have a 2-game mini block of some of the most hype video games that are video games. Coming up at game 48 is Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD.
So this we actually had in our Super Monkey Ball showcase, essentially, with Interval running
Interval.
all world's bosses, all bosses.
All worlds with bosses, and this time we have Peas, Peas
Current world
MBS,
record holder.
the current world record holder, with all worlds no bosses. So it's a little bit of a different run from that. However, I was being honest during the discussion of what category we were taking. I was like, I really want to see the bosses. I think,
And I was like, I really
cool.
don't. But the idea we then went with is
that if you want to see, if you're like me and you game, you can donate for the incentive to put them back into the run. There are 8 bosses in this game within the 10 worlds, and yeah, they are definitely something. There are varying levels of quality. This whole game is a varying level of quality. But the run's entertaining, and that's
also
what
this
we're
is
here.
technically a Sonic game. We should mention
Oh,
this is
yeah.
a Sonic game. Sonic's
This-
the fastest character in Banana Blitz HD.
Sonic's
You
a
ever want to
DLC
know?
character. And
Funniest
he's the
thing is
fastest one.
Sonic is still in a ball.
Sonic is
I
still in
never
a ball.
understood that. So they put a
Uh,
ball in a ball, and that's how you go fast.
Yeah. However, if you want to see a monkey being played as, and possibly even choose the monkey, then
And
we're gonna
2 of
go
them at the same time.
we're gonna go to our next game, Super Monkey Ball Deluxe, in Super Monkey Ball 2.
Lori, you're a
Um,
treasure.
so
I
Super
want
Monkey
to. I
Ball-
want to save this forever.
Super Monkey Ball Deluxe is a it was originally supposed to be Monkey Ball 3. It got canceled and turned into this like compilation of levels from the first 2 games, as well as some original levels, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, some original levels in beginner, advanced, and a lot of the bonus stages.
Yes. And so Ultimate is a part of Deluxe where you play all 3 of the difficulties that exist in the game.
And
Which
also
are used-
Master.
and
if
also
you
Master.
Don't die, if you don't game over.
Uh,
Which
all-
gives you a total of 300 levels.
Yeah, so you get to see, not quite, because there are warp goals.
There
But
are
there
warps-
are-
This is warps, with warps, we should say.
Yeah, this is
If you
with
do
warps, but
warpless,
there are a lot of levels of
You
Monkey.
basically get 270
And
of the 300.
we should also mention in Monkey Ball 2, because I made a whole joke about that.
Yeah,
as you
this is a
can
ROM
see,
hack.
Monkey Ball Deluxe was not actually made for the GameCube like the first 2 games were, which is sad because GameCube is like the best way to play the original Monkey Ball games because of like the analog stick.
And
or something like that.
basically the pause. So in Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2, the notches on the GameCube controller basically allow you to do something called pause strats, which means that you essentially, because Monkey Ball is deterministic, you can basically just go like, okay, I'm going to buffer for the exact frame I want, hold the control stick in the particular direction that I can because GameCube controller, and then do that like 5 times in the same setting, and then basically just go, stage beaten. It's a completely different way to see Monkey Ball, and it's insane to see pause strats done, first of all, as quick as it possibly can, but also with as much skill, and both of these runners are experts at pausing. They actually, really interesting thing I want to personally mention, first runner, Helix13_, they are the Super Monkey Ball 1 runner from AGDQ 2020. Peters Inc., the Super Monkey Ball 2 runner from SGDQ 2020, put them together in this event running basically the game that contains both of them. It's an amazing way to almost end, because 49 is not 50 or 54. But
Yes.
it is a wonderful time, and you will want to stay up for this, or just be a normal person on the West Coast, or other locations of the world.
And for the last game, I would like to do what I do best and issue a formal apology.
Yep, that's what we were all waiting for, Lori, to be honest.
I made a joke at the beginning of day 2, that the best game in Mario 3D All-Stars was Galaxy 2. I was aware pretty quickly that this would put someone on the spot who actually did submit, Monkey Choice, good word, that actually did submit a game from the 3D All-Stars collection to the event.
There were 2, technically.
Well, we accepted
One of them took
person's
the
other.
better Galaxy game.
One of
which
them
is
was
great.
Pod, who submitted both Galaxy games. but
And we
took
chose the
Galaxy
better
games.
one. We all are in
We
agreement with
did.
that. I'm very glad. Also, I love the fact that you basically said the best way to have an opinion on the Galaxy games is to not.
Yes, but point is, there was somebody else who submitted a game from this collection, and I was
Is it the
worried
3D? Did they
they-
submit 3D?
Yes, they did. I was worried that they might get upset when I mentioned the collection and then make the joke about Galaxy 2. So I am apologizing to that runner if I scared you. The final run of the event is Saren Yu running Super Mario 64.
Why do we do that?
Why did you...
I don't
So-
know why I did that. So we
I
have
don't know.
it's 64 hours, everyone. Super Mario 64.
Oh yeah, I'd like to
Put
give
that
another shout out
together.
to Ali, our Minecraft runner. Replied to the tweet of the schedule reveal stream saying like 64 hours, is that like a teaser that the last game is 64 or like 64 is in there?
No,
we didn't think
actually
of
didn't
that.
intend that.
We did not
So,
think of that,
congrats.
but
we
it-
actually didn't for the wrong game. Yes, having the best worst future, like ability to predict the future, is my favorite. Yeah, so Super Mario 64, Samu is a really good runner of a bunch of these sort of classic N64 games. They also submitted Ocarina of Time. Unfortunately, we could not take that, but
it was 6 hours.
it was still
It
a
was.
good 6 hours.
It
I'm gonna tell you
was.
that.
Yeah,
But
no, it was
70
great.
Star Super Mario 64, classic. Absolute classic. Everyone knows this game. Everyone's seen this game run at some point in time, but Saramu is an absolutely lovely runner of it, and I think we're going to have a good blast at 1:04 a.m. Because, yes, we will do
Yeah.
that. I will stay up for that.
You will stay up there. I might. I might have
kind
a
of will
class.
anyway, because the final, all these days are really good, but we're ending with some of the best ones I think we had this time.
Yeah, no, the Monkey Ball block and Mario 64 together make such a strong finisher because they're such these like high speed, high energy games.
for sure. And so, if you want to watch an actual, not a Blue Ball Ice Cream Boy, not a random monkey that we've put into a sphere, but an actual human being with feelings and emotions, you can.
Monkey has emotions.
Monkeys aren't human beings, though. That's the important
That's
thing.
true. They're almost there.
Monkeys are better than human
They're-
beings.
yeah,
As
they're
furries, we
almost-
have to say this.
Yeah, the monkeys are almost there though. They'll get there
Yeah, soon enough. But that means they're gonna get worse.
soon. Yes, that's true. But with that, that's our schedule reveal. We have a big list of backup games. Some of you will get approached throughout the weeks leading up to the event to run these backup games on stream for our normal Wednesday showcases, which usually happen around this time, Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
So please be on the lookout. Please stay in the server because
Yeah.
there's a very likely chance that we're going to take you guys for a showcase instead of the main marathon. So this isn't just for Fastest Furs as at the Fall Festival. It's also for Fastest Furs, the Showcase Spectacular, which is essentially what we do every single Wednesday here. And it's always a good time. We actually mentioned one of the first unofficial ones, which was the playthrough of Lena's Inception. And then we had the first official one, which was my totally underestimate run of silver all gold medals. And then we've had a lot of great ideas. So feel free anytime to also let us know if you have any ideas personally for a showcase, because we want to take them. We want your ideas. We want to see all these games at a showcase or at an event, to be completely honest. We loved your submissions, everyone, and we wanted to thank you all for putting in the time and effort to making submission videos, to writing submission things. Special shout out to the Resident Evil 2 runner for giving us an essay and absolutely blowing it out of the park.
Yes.
And we just want to say thank you to everyone, really.
Yes.
We worked hard as a game
Committee has to.
Committee. Why did I forget the term? As a game. And I think we've come out with a really good list, a really strong one.
Yeah, for sure.
It's undeniably going to be something.
Yeah, and I'd like to give a reminder that I gave at the beginning, but even with every game picked already, it's not your last chance to show up on the stream. You can still, the volunteer and prize...
Volunteering. Okay, got it.
The volunteer and prize submissions are still open for 11 more. So...
Yeah, so essentially, we still have a lot of positions we do need to fill for this. This is a fairly big event, Fastest Furs every year, and the fact that this is going to be going on for 4 days means we are going to need more support than usual. The most important thing to mention of that is essentially, we're going to need a lot of posts, we're going to need a lot of people with restreaming, we're going to need a lot of people with chat moderation, social media. It's going to be quite a bit of work to do, so we appreciate any and all help.
It's not work. What are you talking about? It's so much fun.
Blaze?
You get to take 4 days and not sleep, and
Blaze?
Oh, that's me. Never
sounds
mind.
like work.
Oh, wait, no, we
Blaze,
sleep.
they're
We stop at 2
sleeping.
a.m. Do you stay up
Exactly.
every single time?
I guess we allocated about 7 hours for sleeping.
Yeah, which is
I mean,
pretty good. That's
I
pretty
mean,
good amount
I
of time.
talked-
I sleep 4 hours and I'm fine.
I mean, I talked to Blaze this morning, so I do know that Blaze is a big caffeine fan.
It's true. It's true. I can confirm. No, seriously though, it will be one of the most satisfying things you ever get to do. Involved with Twitch and everything, and it's always fun to watch marathons. I can tell you from my
Supporting
experience that volunteering for marathons is even better.
I can't. speak for other
100%. I
people.
agree with that.
Sorry about that. Yeah, it's a lot of. You get to honestly get a greater appreciation for what goes into a marathon as support, because you don't realize how much effort people put into this stuff until you're in the midst of it, and then you're like,
Yes,
You
for
get
sure.
you get a huge respect for every single speedrun marathon of any size, of any type, of any kind.
You will
Because
also learn. You will also learn a lot. Learning a lot is good for you.
Trust me, I learned a lot. Lori was shouting out that we both worked at a different speedrunning marathon together. You do learn a lot. I learned how to not make my PC crash while streaming. That's a pretty good thing.
I learned how to get people mad at me for existing.
Okay. Wow, I'm sorry. Are you okay?
No,
I mean,
it's-
that was true, to be fair.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Where do you think
Okay.
Lori got her amazing PowerPoint skills?
I mean,
Volunteering.
legitimately, I'm just gonna give like a round of applause for that. That was legitimately one of the
same.
best schedule reveals I've ever seen.
Look at her.
literally the best part of these reveals so far has always been these
The
magnificent slideshows.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
have a lot of fun
donate
putting.
$100 right away just for this.
And you know, I know what my favorite part of this pack is.
Is it because it ends or no?
Guess what the slide count is.
69?
Nice.
God damn it, Lori.
Can't believe you, Lori.
Well, that has been the schedule reveal for Foster's Furs Fall Festival 2020, or as I like to put it, 2020.
I think they call it
yeah,
F4
that's where I like to put
usually.
it.
But yeah, thank you for coming. Thanks everyone who stopped in to say words about a video game. We
Yeah, thank you. We're just gonna let you know that we're gonna try to get roles for people pretty soon. And by pretty soon, I mean whenever Blaze stops worshiping bug fables and starts actually
Won't
doing
happen.
work for things.
Nope, not happening.
I'm actually gonna
no.
go play Baldur's Gate after this, but
Oh, okay.
before
Wait,
that,
That's a different game that begins with B and this does not.
I'm gonna
include
go play
B's. I'm very
Rivals.
upset.
I'm gonna go play Rivals.
But before that, we are going to raid one of our runners. Amai Fox is doing some Resident Evil speedrunning tonight. I believe he is our Resident Evil 2 runner.
Yeah.
yes,
so,
and our
we're gonna head on
first
over
day
there.
That is correct.